Hey guys, so in part 3 on how to build a WordPress website in 2025, we'll be working on setting up the media query, so making sure the site looks good on desktop, tablet, and mobile. So if we check here on the website, if I open up the DevTools, it's optimized for mobile as well as tablet over here for iPad Air. So if this is something you'd like to learn how to do, then watch this video. Okay, so we're going to work on the responsiveness of the website, so making sure the website looks good on tablet and mobile. So in order to see your website in responsiveness mode, you can go in the DevTools. So if you just do inspect, then you'll be able to see the website here. Then this panel will open up with the DevTools, in which you're able to look at the styling, but also up here in the responsiveness tools, you can change the device. Let's say iPhone 12. And so it'll look like this on mobile. So we do need to optimize, say, the images and like the centering. So we can do that. So having like a mobile only image. And then on tablet as well, we check over here. This is how it looked like in vertical mode. And then you can click the rotate icon here, and then I'll show you in landscape mode. And I think this looks good already as it's the same aspect ratio as the desktop. Okay, so I think we just need to adjust the iPad vertical mode and then the mobile experience. But we see over here, since it's a smaller resolution, the menu gets turned into a drop-down menu. So you can enable or disable that depending on, say, if you have a lot of links, then having a drop-down menu would provide a better user experience compared to having a bunch of smaller links up here on a smaller screen. Okay, so let's just get out of the DevTools here, and then I'll go into Edit with Elementor, and I'll show you how to do the responsiveness rules. Okay, so over here, what you want to do is up in the toolbar here, you'll be able to see mobile and tablet. So we'll click tablet here, and then we can update this. And then say if you click on the container here, and then style, you can see the image here. And you want to make sure that you're editing on the right resolution. So in this case, it's tablet portrait. So again, we can change the positioning, so we can make it say center. You see, and then that changes the position. So let's make it so that it's able to see more of the cookies. So say like center right. No, that's not good. Maybe bottom center. So this looks good as it's more in line with all of the pastries here. So I think that's good. And then again, you can also create a completely custom image here that will only appear on tablet. So you can update that here, as well as changing the size. So on mobile, you don't want it to be the full size. So we can change this so that it helps with site speed as well. So we'll just make it a large size here. Okay, so that changes the styling. So let's see what we have here. 15 by 16. Yeah, so this is better. Just double check. Okay, and then down here, what we can do is say you can update the typography as well. So say if you wanted center, but we'll keep it left aligned like desktop. And then over here, the sizing. So you can update the sizing of the fonts. So let's say right now, it's a bit too big, so we can make it a bit smaller so it fits on one line like that. And then same as the paragraph text, so you can change the typography here, so you can make it bigger or smaller. So let's just keep it like this, 16. And then the form here looks good already as everything is centered. So I think this is a good optimization for the tablet. So now let's go into mobile. First, let's save. So publish. Okay, and then what you want to do is in the mobile experience. So if we check over here, we can click into the container. Okay, and then it took the same styling from the tablet mobile. So if we check back on desktop, see the position here is still default. But if we go down to the tablet view, it's bottom centered, and then the mobile experience will inherit that. But if you see how it's grayed out, that means it's like inherited from the larger resolution. But if you want to change it manually, you can do it like this. So say center. Before it was bottom center. So let's see how that looks. So for mobile, let's make it center like this. So we can see a bit of the top portion of the flower here. Okay, and then again with the image resolution, let's make it a bit smaller. So maybe medium large. See how that looks? Okay, so that's not good. Large, so it's still too small for the resolution. So let's see if we can make the view height change. But we have 100 view height, so that means when the website loads, it takes up the full screen. So we want to keep that. So in our case, let's just change the image back to how it was before, so it fits on the full screen. Okay, and then down here, we can again change up the fonts, but I'll make it just centered. Everything here centered. So if you want to do this like directly, you can do it within the container here. So align item centered. So that'll speed up your process. But again, this looks good. So let's publish. And then if you check, just make sure to double check your other resolution so that nothing else accidentally got changed. Okay, so this is good. Now let's do the other pages. So next, let's do about. Oops, save first. Okay, so looking over here on desktop. Now let's go into tablet. And again, this looks fairly good as everything is centered. Let's just make sure everything is centered. So align item centered. Okay, so this looks good. On the tablet experience, again, let's look into centering the image here. So again, we don't want to add any padding here, so we can just remove this. So don't link the values together. And then as you can see, it's now taking up the full container here. Okay, let's just add a little bit of padding all around just to have some spacing. So let's just do 5 all around, just so it's in line with the paragraphs here. So let's just fix that. Let's do 10, 15. Yeah, 15 looks good. Okay, and then save. And then on tablet. And then lastly, do mobile. So again, we can lower this font size here just on mobile. So right now it's 45. Let's make it 35. And then the text as well, we can make it a bit smaller. Yep, I say 14 is good. Okay, great. So this looks good. And then let's go to publish. Okay, and then next we can do our cookie page. So back on desktop, so we can see over here. So with this, we might be able to update some options. So over here, you can see the different columns based on the resolution. So right now it's in a 3-column. Okay, so this is the tablet view. So this looks good. And then on mobile, it goes into a 1-column view so that it's already somewhat optimized over there. And again, you can update the spacing here depending on the resolution. So again, with this widget, it already helps with responsiveness. So not much optimizations need to be made, but let's just make the title a bit smaller like what we did for the about page. So we'll make this 35. And again, just double check all the views again before you save. Okay, that's good. So let's publish. Okay, and then lastly, let's do the contact page. So go over here into contact. Okay, and then as you can see, we have a left and a right side. So because we kept it in the container here, when you collapse it, it should automatically go into 1 column. So let's see on mobile, and it does. So we can do that here. Again, if you want to make it a 1-column layout on tablet, what you can do is over here in direction, you can make it like vertical like this. And then you can also make it reverse. Say you want the contact page first and then the information at the bottom. But we'll just keep it how it was by default. Again, let's just make the title a bit smaller so it takes up less space. Make this 35. And then we'll just make this centered as well. So everything's aligned centered here. And I think this is good. So we can publish. And then let's view our website. To come back here into the home page, we can go into our DevTools. So on the iPhone 12. Okay, so our implementations didn't go as planned, as we need to also make the button here centered. So that's why it's good to double check. So we'll just do that. Let's just check the other pages first. So about. Yep, so we see a smaller title here. And then again, just double check the other devices. So iPad Air. Yep, so this looks good. And our cookie page. Okay, so this is just the same as before. And again, just on mobile and then contact. As we can see on mobile, the title here is centered. But if we go back to desktop, it's left aligned. So we know that our media queries are working correctly. So let's just finish off by fixing the centering of the button on the home page, and then I'll show you how to make responsive elements so that you can have certain elements to show on only desktop, or say certain elements to show only on mobile. So I'll show you how to do that as well. So let's go back into our home page, and then I'll exit the DevTools here, and then edit with Elementor. And over here, let's just make this centered, and then that's good. And then double check our other views. Yep, so that's now centered. Okay, so I'll just create a new element here just for testing. Okay, and then I'll put in, say, a video. Okay, so we'll just use the placeholder as this is for testing. But if you want to add a video, you can just add in your YouTube link, or if you have a Vimeo or self-hosted, then you just add the link. And then you can play with the settings here, like if you want it to be muted or to auto loop. So you can do that all within the widget here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just make this available on desktop. So what you want to do is go down to this tab called responsive, and then what we can do, see over here, so hide on desktop, hide on tablet portrait, and hide on mobile. So what I'm going to do is just hide it on tablet and mobile and save, and then we can test that out. Okay, let's go back to the home page. So we scroll down, we see our video, and then let's go into tablet view. So if we go into first tablet, so iPad Air, we scroll down, we don't see our video. So that's what media queries do, is you can hide certain elements based on the screen resolution, and then double check our mobile. We check over here, the video isn't showing, and then let's just go back into desktop view. So again, let me just come out of the DevTools here, and then scroll down. Now we see our video here as we're in full resolution on desktop. So great, so now we have optimized website on tablet and mobile as well as our desktop, which we started developing in. So in the next video, I'll just go over some finishing touches. So I'll add some apps that will help with the experience of controlling the admin, as well as security and the speed of the website, as well as some marketing tools like Google Analytics and Google Search Console to help with SEO. So I'll work on that in the next part of the series. So this concludes the end of the video. I hope you're able to follow along and set up the mobile responsiveness for the website. If you have any questions, then you can comment down below. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date with the series and my future videos, and thanks for watching.